Okay, hello, hey, what's up? Listen, you're here for the review. The Rings of Power, Amazon's Rings of Power. No connection to Lord of the Rings. Remember, no connection. Episode 1. So hard to sit through. Actually, I'm sorry, I did fast forward 70% of the Harfoot stuff. So, know that. But I don't even want to watch episode 2. I think I might not. Like, who knows? But episode 1. We open where there was supposed to be like this grand prologue. The only part of the show I was thinking, oh, this might be something. So I knew we all knew what the show was gonna be, but anyway, thought it might be something. No, it wasn't. It was just little girl Galadriel is building her little paper shit. What's the word? I forgot. I was thinking about it because origami. That's the word. She's doing a little origami boat. Staying away from the other kids because she's better than them. The other kids come and she's got her boat in the water. They come and throw rocks, just sink the boat cause. Then she goes and she tackles them to the ground. She's so ready to go resort to violence because she's not the Galadriel, not the Kate Blanchett one, This Galadriel, like, she is nothing. A line from the show, what am I to be without it, referring to her putting her sword down. Because this Galadriel's a fighter. Magic, leadership, no. A daughter, a husband, Her husband, Celebrimbor. Okay, he wasn't even mentioned in episode 1. I've heard that he's supposed to be dead in the show. So, yeah, I guess her daughter doesn't exist. I guess, again, further proof this is, like, separate from the Lord of the Rings. Because, like, her husband's alive there, he's a guy, we see him, but anyway. Oh, elves in this, by the way, elves in this don't look anything like elves. Like, instead of long hair, no, like, glow coming from them, because they're, like, otherworldly almost. No, like, perfect skin or anything, unlike, that just popped up today. I don't know, I usually don't have acne, but, like, that just appeared. Anyway, should be gone by tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. But no, yeah, they just kind of look like me, and you, and the other guy across the street. They just look like people. Their hair's a bit nicer, but, like, that's it. It's the same length as mine. They have some people with some elves with shorter hair than mine in the show. Like, they're humans with little pointy tipped ears. So yeah, the elves are in, we fast forward and we get Galadriel leading her men, across the north. They're going to look for and hunt down, Sauron, and this is where, and for the next 5 minutes, we learn that Galadriel is completely first of all, I'm just gonna say fake Galadriel, because this isn't Galadriel, at all. Not the Galadriel we know and love. So fake Galadriel is leading her people. She doesn't care about them, by the way. They're in, like, this, like, freezing snowstorm. One of them, like, falls down because he can't walk anymore, because he's, like, so weak and stuff. But basically, she's like, leave him, let's keep going. And finally, they're all, like, yelling, stop. And she finally stops for a second to just glance back and acknowledge that he fell down. And then she keeps going. Like, she is ready to just leave these people behind and let them die. And, she doesn't even need them anyways, we see later. But, they just all want to give up because they've been searching for centuries. Centuries, that's hundreds of years. How far into the second age are they? They've been searching for centuries, plural, so at least 200 years. Because centuries, there's an S, it's a plural. So at least 200 years, or 200 to 300 years they've been searching. So where are we exactly? It probably doesn't matter. Anyway, they want to give up, but then the wind, like, pushes. This is just something straight out of, like, a video game. Like, you get to the next level, and the fog clears away, so you see, like, what's happening next, like, the next base of operations for you to, like, attack. Yeah, they're walking, then they get to the next level of the game, and the wind clears, like, the fog away, and they see the castle. So they go in, they got the random encounter with the ice troll, which the soldiers just there. Can they fight it? No, they're useless. This ice troll's just smacking them around. They can't do a thing. Then Galadriel, she goes in 2 seconds, and the thing's dead. She just slash with her sword, because she's this, like, super badass warrior lady. She ain't no sorcerer. She ain't no leader. But yeah, she kills it just like that. No, this could have been a scene if I was in charge of it. Got 3 books up, by the way. You should go buy those. Read them if you want a good story. Cut my finger today. Anyway. Me personally, this makes me think of the scene in Fellowship when the fellowship works together to take down the troll, and you learn a little bit about each of them, like Aragorn's protectiveness over the others, Pip and Mary's like willingness to work together even though they're smaller and do what they can to help out. Just you learn about them, but through this it could have been her soldiers and her working together, so we get to know like who these people are, even though the soldiers like obviously aren't important because it's just like Galadriel's show, fake Galadriel, sorry. A real Galadriel show would actually be good. But yeah, she just 2 slashes and the thing is dead. Then her men just desert her. They drop their swords on the ground. I don't know if that's like an elven custom, but why are they dropping their swords on the ground? Like, are they gonna walk back without any swords? What happens if they run into like another troll? They drop their bows too. They drop the weapons, so they're gonna walk back weaponless. I mean, sure, maybe there aren't orcs out, as well they think there aren't, but they're still like trolls, bandits, other elven factions, dwarves. I mean, it doesn't matter. Anyway, they go back, and half of them probably die as they climb back down the huge cliff that went up. Then I'm not even gonna talk about the Vandy Foot Hobbit fake the homeless people. They're dirty, they're stinky, they're smelly, they've got bad acting. They just have this look about them that makes me think, like, these are the people I need to keep my wallet close to me around. Like, if I see one of these homeless hobbit things coming near me, like, I gotta get in the other direction. I feel like any second they're about to pull, like, out this rusty dagger. Like, the second they see the wizard, I thought for a second they're gonna pull out this rusty dagger, just go to town on him. They look like cannibals, too. Probably inbred also, just keep them away from me. Fast forwarded a lot of this stuff. Elves, some awful dialogue with Elrond, it doesn't look like Elrond. Like, the guy, I'm sorry, I don't mean to make fun. Parents is like, I know I'm not the most handsome person out, especially right now. I look at these eye bags. But this dude's forehead is, like, right here. So, like, his face is, like, where my nose is. And what's going on? Not very elven looking. I'm sorry, that doesn't even matter. What matters is the awful dialogue where the elf lady comes and says, "Oh, my lord, Galadriel's here." Or he's not a lord. They make a point of saying he's not a lord. But, Galadriel's here. And then he gets up. "She is. Why didn't you tell me?" What do you think she just came and said to you? Anyway, Elrond goes, and she's like, "The big bad's still out there," and he's like, "No, he isn't." And I mean, if they've been searching for centuries, I'm inclined to believe Elrond, even though, like, we know he is still out there. I'd be with Elrond on this, maybe. But, and then she's like, "You have not seen what I've seen." And Elrond's like, "Now I'm a stay-at-home mom-dad thing. But, I've seen my share." And then she's like, "You have not seen what I've seen." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Please put me back in my place." But then we get, Gil-galad. He's the only character. He kind of had a presence. Like, his voice, like, if Lee Pace, Thranduil is, like, a 10 up here, as it, like, what an Elf King should be, Gil-galad is maybe, like, a 5, where everything else in the show is, like, a 1, so, the homeless hobbits were, like, a -10. But, yeah, there's this whole ceremony, because the elves and Galadriel, the people that were out searching for Sauron, they're gonna get to go back to, it starts with a V. It's not Valhalla. It's not Valerian. Anyway, they're gonna get to go back to the elf homeland. So yeah, Galadriel gives her just awful Karen face for the whole thing. I don't know why they don't just execute her for that stubborn look. She is staring at Gil-galad. She is staring him into the ground. Ooh. Later, Galadriel and her soldiers on the ship going back to the elven homeland, and then she's just like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna jump off the ship and just commit suicide," because she's just fucking insane. But, yeah, so she just jumps off the ship. We got the homeless hobbits. I guess they find a wizard. I don't even know if that's this episode or next episode, because I fast-forwarded the homeless hobbits. I saw enough to know these homeless hobbits, they're not for me. What else happens? Nothing happens during it. We learn that Galadriel is not... Fake Galadriel, sorry. We learn that fake Galadriel is the worst kind of person that just needs to be put out of her misery, because she's also insane. Like, her eyes, you can see the madness in them. Like, she is insane. Dialogue awful, acting awful, overall awful, boring. House of the Dragon, 1,000 times better than those. And I'm critical of that show too, but like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10. Actually, I just hate it. I hate it. Like, I'm trying to keep it on its own merits, but they're trying to tell us it's part of Lord of the Rings, and it's not. It's obviously not. There's no comparison. And I like the Hobbit movies, so I'm not even that hard to please. I stand by the Hobbit movies. Okay? I enjoy them. To me, they're like a 7.8 out of 10. Okay? This thing, absolute garbage. I believe that the Hobbit movies and Lord of the Rings movies, they're happening in the same world, they're connected, they make me believe it. This, nope. Absolute garbage. Don't watch it.